Hey, welcome back. This is part 2, season 2. I have a couple things that I remembered I could talk about, so hopefully. I felt iffy about part 1. I didn't get really spectacular Digimon, I didn't really have any good stories, but there's some things I can talk about, so I might as well. Foist off. Hold on, my brain. I want to talk about something that sort of affects this game, but sort of doesn't. So when I played this game originally, so long ago, back when things are different, before the Fire Nation attacked. No, so the first time I went through this game, it was about, what, 50 parts, something like that? Justifiably so. There's a lot of content in this game. It's one of the things I used to do, because there's the EXE system, which is when you're in trouble or when something happens, you can digivolve in the middle of a battle. Oh man, I'm getting a lot of training mistakes. For something that shows a meter, I should be better at this. But yeah, so when you digivolve in battle, like Dina digivolve in battle, it gives you that sick theme, the and that's cool and all, except it really fucks me over, because that song is like super duper copyrighted, and I want to go back and talk about it actually. So when I first played this game, like I played it at like midnight or whatever, like when it first released, it was supposed to be like pretty, or it was brand new. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind here. When I first played the game, I had trouble getting like the video uploaded, because that song plays twice. It plays during the opening cutscene, and then it plays in like the tutorial, I guess. I forgot, it gives you one of these a day. So it plays during the tutorial, and it plays during the opening cutscene. And so, like, that video is copyrighted, and because I'm stupid, I was trying to upload it at midnight, which isn't stupid. That was me trying to be great, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna get this as soon as possible. And, my intentions were good. But then, it didn't work out that way, because, why can't I use my brain today? Because it flagged me on the first song. So like I went back, I edited it, and I muted the song, or I placed or something in the opening cutscene. And then I tried to go back later, or I tried to go back and upload it again, and then I was like, oh, now it's flagged in the tutorial. And I was like, fuck. So I had to delete it again. I didn't end up getting the video out until like midday, which was upsetting, because I always try to go for midnight. Now I'm usually a little bit better about that kind of stuff. If I try to put a video out right at midnight, I'll usually cut every possible instance of a song that can be copyrighted. Like I recorded a video of Kingdom Hearts 3 when it went live at midnight, and there's the opening song, and there's a couple other things, and basically now I just cut the opening movies, and it sucks. I don't like doing that. Like, you know, if I was watching a video series, I'd still want to see the opening movie, but I have to do it, because that's the way YouTube handles things. And it's like, it's annoying and it sucks, but it's like, it's how I gotta protect myself. Because if it just disabled monetization, that'd be one thing, but usually it'll like throw ads on there anyway. Like, they'll throw their own ads, be like, oh, this is monetized by this person, so this person's ads are going to be playing in front of the video. So it's like, the viewer still sees ads no matter what, and then I don't get paid for them. So it's like, you know, it's no thank you. If they were just like, hey, this has someone else's content, you can't monetize it, I'd be like, whatever, and just kind of leave it. I wouldn't be like, whatever, I'd probably try and solve it, but I'd still be like, I'd be more receptacle to it. So I'm trying to, it's a roundabout way, but what I'm trying to like lead into is, so what I did instead is I would replace music every time that played, and I thought it was a decent compromise. You know, we'd still get some some jamming tunes, but we would also be able to, but it was just like a fun little thing for me, because every time I would edit one, I'd like try and find like new songs and stuff to play. And that backfired a little bit. I think only once or twice out of like the whole 50 times I did it, did something get like copyrighted immediately. So like I had to go back and edit and take the song out. But I think I was a couple of videos ahead at that point, so it wasn't as bad. But since then, because it came out in what, 2017? Okay, so we got Digimon. Alright, hold on. Spoiling for a fight in Night Plains. Which Digimon is this? Digimon's gotten lost in Night Plains. There's Digimon in the server desert. Okay. I gotta go pick up the humans anyway. What I was gonna say is, so since those first videos came out, also Phantom Nectar, I forgot how good that shit was. Oh, also it's not technically a new day yet? That's interesting. I forget when the daily quests reset here. But, okay, come on, Moraine, we can do this. We believe in ourselves. Oh yeah, so like slowly over time, the songs that I used to like replace the battle music just like got copyrighted. Not all of them. A good amount of them are still okay. But I can think of particular examples. If I pulled the song from like an anime, and I wouldn't use like an anime theme, what I usually would use is like background like music, like OST. Like I know I used a couple of Code Geass songs, just from like Suzaku's like Lancelot theme and stuff like that. And because little known fact, I'm actually a huge fucking dork and nerd about like music that plays during these things. And it was just kind of annoying that like that they would just slowly do it. So if you try and go back and watch the original series, which I do recommend if it's been a while, maybe while you're waiting for more of these to come out, some of the audio is going to be muted, because the way YouTube does it is it can't separate audio tracks, which makes sense. Like, I don't blame YouTube for that part. I wasn't like expecting anything more. But it can't separate audio tracks, so like when it hears or when it sees that something is copyrighted, even if there's like me talking over it, it has to mute the entire song or the entire audio for like the duration of the song. Okay, so I need to come back once I've found someone who can fly. That's easier. It's not easy, but it's possible. So that's one thing I want to talk about with Next Order. Speaking of music stuff, though, I think I mentioned it in one of the redigitized parts. Actually, you know what? I don't think I mentioned it yet. So, one of the first things I plan on doing, or no, I'm not even planning to do it. What I did was I bought tickets to Distant Worlds in Boston. It was like $60 for the tickets. So I finally got paid after what felt like a month of not getting paid. Just the way that things were set up. So I bought tickets to Distant World Boston. I had no plans for this. Like, I liked the Facebook page when they announced it, like, what feels like a year ago. I'm sure they announced it back in like October. And for whatever reason, it like popped up saying like, hey, here's the date for the Boston thing. And I was like, oh, I should do that, or I should buy tickets to that. So I looked at the tickets. I looked at the how much they would cost and stuff like that. And they were looking at like about, well, the cheap tickets were $40 and the next ones up were $60, but I think all the $40 ones were sold out. So I ended up getting balcony seats, but I'm like right on the edge, so like I can just like lean over the balcony. And yeah, I'm super fucking excited because I went to Distant Worlds years ago, like years and years, at least like 5 or 6 years ago. I think I went to Distant Worlds 2 or 3. I think they're up to like 5 now. And they do it every like couple years. So like it's been a long time. And I had I'm looking forward to it because like I said, I'm a huge dork for like video game music and stuff like that. Oh no, do I really have to do this? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna spike my audio, hold on. I am so hungry, where am I, who are you?
I'm Kawagamon. I am looking for food to eat. I love Royal Digi Jelly. It's on Forest Path and Night Plains. But I got lost on the way and do not know where I am. So please, I ask you to bring me Royal Digi Jelly. You are a good human. Royal Digi Jelly is on the Forest Path and Night Plains.
Oh my god, why do I do this to myself? Oh god, that hurt. I mean, there's some things I'm going to do differently in one of these playthroughs, and there's some things that I absolutely have to continue, and that was one of my favorite dumb inside jokes. There's another, I think I've talked about this before again too, but whenever I edit the audio, you can see where I encounter a bug Digimon, because the audio spikes straight up, because doing that voice has to, like, by the nature of how the voice is, it has to be louder than my normal speaking voice, so it's always just like, you know, audio waves going up and down, just kind of going all over the place, and then just like and just goes up like for like a straight bar. But yeah, super excited about Distant Worlds. It looks like I haven't been to a concert since probably the last Distant Worlds either. Like, I just don't really go to concerts because there's not a lot of, like, and this isn't pretentious. This is me being a loser and out of touch, but there's not a lot of like bands or artists and stuff that like I'd want to see in concert. And it's not to say that like, oh, I only watch the orchestra. It's just more of like my interest doesn't really. I'm interested in Distant Worlds because I just like Final Fantasy music that much. This would be a terrible time, but I probably should explain it at this point. For those who don't know, Distant Worlds is I don't know if it's a traveling orchestra or if it's just like a program where a couple people from Final Fantasy go to different like cities and have like a local orchestra play with them. I'm not sure how it exactly works out. I believe it's a traveling orchestra, but I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, what it is that it's an orchestra playing the like famous Final Fantasy songs. There's about 15 of them they play, maybe less, during the concert. Maybe it's about 10. And they'll play that, and just like a full like orchestra playing the songs, and it's like, shit's dope. So when I went during my year, I think this was before Final Fantasy XIV had released, or had re-released, whatever. So that's how long ago it was. Like, Final Fantasy XIV's been out for like 5 years now. And then 15 obviously hadn't been released either. And I'm super excited for this one. It looks like they're going to be a little heavy, like, because usually they'll do like the big ones. Like, I think Final Fantasy, is it 6, has like an opera. They usually play the opera, which I'm not a huge fan of, because I have no love for the old series. I don't have a hate for it either, it's just I don't really have like the same nostalgia that I do for like the modern ones. But yeah, it's so they always play like another one they always play is One Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII. Like, there's some fan favorites that they play no matter what. Usually I think they play Xanarkand from Final Fantasy X. There's a lot of options. But this year, so when I went years ago, they had a special guest of Nobuo Uematsu, who like does the themes for like for most of the Final Fantasies. I think he's had a hand in all of them, I think, except the 13 series. Like 15, I know he worked on some of the themes, but he wasn't like the lead composer, I don't think. I think that was Yoko Shinomura, who was the composer for Kingdom Hearts, just in general. So, but he was there last time. He's not there this time. Yoko Shinomura is, though, which is cool. Because again, I love Kingdom Hearts music too, but I don't think they're gonna play anything from that. And another special guest they have is Susan Calloway, who sings the main theme for Final Fantasy XIV. And there are two main themes. There's one for 2.0, which is the Realm Reborn. That's when it like relaunched. And then there's one for I think it's for Heaven's Ward, which is the first expansion. Because they show like a list of tracks. I don't know if it's like a guaranteed list, but It's stuff to look forward to, and both of those were listed there.
You brought me royal Digi Jelly. I'm so hungry. Give it to me.
Slurp, slurp.
Delicious. This is my favorite. I'm full now. What am I doing here? Where am I? Thinking makes me hungry. I want to eat royal Digi Jelly. Where's royal Digi Jelly? Let us go look.
Ow. So the reason I did that was I think there's a bunch of Numon that respawn here, but they're not spawning right now because these guys over here are here. Alright, I have to give them these random ingredients. I have to give them these random foods to clear my inventory. Wow, that lowers discipline. No, thank you. How do you like green Digistocks? Okay, so he does like it. Is he still hungry? I can't tell. I know for a fact you do like this item. Don't lie to me. Hey. I guess I should probably, if I'm going for Icemon, I probably have to keep his weight down, but I haven't really tried that. Right, how's this fruit? How's this apple? Oh, you're full already? Okay. I'm really worried these aren't going to Digivolve. Right. Man, they sound very different in Japanese. See, what I really want to hear is how Guillemon sounds in Japanese. I forgot that Himari was like Nokia, but not as like dialed up. Okay, good. So it is still a really, really deep voice. I don't know, maybe I do want English voices. The voice acting for this one was pretty good. It's not that I hate it. Am I gonna teleport back here? Oh no, okay. Alright, I'll do it. Fine. Actually, I don't know if I can do it from this menu. I think I have to go back to the main menu, which I don't really have an issue with. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I forgot one of my biggest things with this was that they don't let you have multiple saves. Or they let you have up to 3 saves, which I think sounds really annoying. Thanks. Thanks. Because if I record a bunch in advance, then it might be difficult, and I gotta make sure I process these videos after. Okay. And then probably can't fit it. Oh no, okay. Because I remember this is like the only place to find Digi-Acid. Yeah. I guess go back. Oh, right, I was gonna save and then, exit to the main game. Or, save and then reload it to see if I can change the voices. But yeah, super fucking excited for Distant Worlds. It's good and stuff. I don't know, can I exit from here? No. Alright, we're gonna do it. What was I gonna say though? It's cool. It's cool to have something to look forward to. So, but yeah, so Distant Worlds is like a Final Fantasy orchestra, and I know in Boston at least it's headed up by Arnie Roth, who was the same guy who did it last time, and I think he's based in Boston, and I think he's like a Grammy Award winner too. Like he's the conductor, whatever it is, not composer. And nope, please. Okay. That was terrifying. Man, I really need to. This is on John. Hey John, if you see this, feel free to give me the file for that opening that we used to use for Next Order. I don't know if I have it still. I haven't looked for it, to be fair. But, wouldn't that be a sweet, sweet, thing to add to the series, is that the good old John Barnett animation. But yeah, like what I was trying to say about Arnie Roth is that he seems like he was really into it. Like he was into like not just orchestrating. Ah, fuck, I messed it up. Now they're Numemon here, and they're much higher level. I would like to go, please. But he seemed really into like the Final Fantasy stuff, so that's cool. So I'm excited about that. The other thing I want to talk about is, so I know a lot of people who follow the channel like the PS2 and PS3 gameplays I've been doing, or not been doing, but that I've done in the past. So like Monster Rancher 4, etc. All the stuff like that. And I want to point out that so about the last time I tried to use it was over Halloween, when I was doing the stream for Dead Space 2. Like I want to play my PS3 and I want to record it, but the capture device that I have the Elgato Game Capture HD, I think it's called, and like this was their not their first, but it was like one of the early versions of the capture device that they had. Oh good, I learned Super Sneaky Jack, great. But this was one of the early versions of their capture device, and it had a workaround so I could capture PS3 gameplay. And so like when I needed to replace it back in October, I was like, okay, well I'm broke, so I can't replace it. In between now and then, now March, they discontinued it, and I don't know if people just bought up the supply of them, but the cheapest I could find on Amazon was like $400, when before it was like $150. So like I was willing to spend $150 to get a new capture device. I'm not really willing to spend $400. Sorry. So if anyone else knows like a good capture device that can do like a workaround for PS3, then I'll look into it. But it's like I want to record PS3 and PS2 games again, but I can't without an older capture device. And the reason for that is so most capture devices capture through HDMI. That's what all the modern ones do. On Xbox, that's fine. They have workarounds for it. So Xbox 360, Xbox One, it works. PS4, it didn't work at first, but then eventually in an update they added an ability to just do a different mode. It's because there's HDCP, which I think is it's a copyright protection type thing. So it's like they don't want you just downloading shit. So like it makes sense. Like I'm not like upset about it, but oh boy, these are okay, I guess. But yeah, because of it, I don't have, or so the PS3 doesn't have a workaround for that. So instead of going through HDMI, it goes through component, and that was the only capture device I knew of that could do it, which is where the issue arises from. So I'm looking into it, but I can't.
What? Didn't you hear the first time?
You don't remember anything?
I'm supposed to know this?
Do you remember the National Digital Monsters Tournament?
Oh, this is, man, why is this the plot of every Digimon World game?
What?
Kota was so nervous.
And Humari had just got into high school, so she probably wouldn't know you either.
I wonder if they changed that. I wonder if in the Japanese version it said junior high, because I feel like they usually do. Because that makes the idea that like all of them are adults, like they're 17 or 18. 17's not an adult, but this makes the impression that they're like older. And I feel like they usually don't do that in Japan for some reason. Because like if she had just gotten into high school and she's talking like it was something like a few years ago, that would mean she's either at the end of high school or graduated. And I just want to say, like, you know, shout out to this game for having adults.
Of the four strongest participants.
Oh, I forgot this is his voice actor.
I feel like this has to be...
This Digivice was a runner's-up prize.
Does that mean...
Maybe.
Digivices that only you...
How dangerous?
They're very dangerous.
If we could do...
Yes.
Then you'll have...
We'll do anything we can.
So, what should we do?
This tamer has been bringing residents back their stick bodyguards.
Okay.
Anyway, it will take. That is why. Will you go? He can be.
Alright, so I have to go to Logic Volcano now, which is fine, except it's looking really hard there. I also don't remember how to get there.
Made my day.
I have no fucking idea what to choose here. Reverse type. Boost inheritance would be good. Let's do let's start doing the training stuff. Let's boost strength and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get all 3 of these. I think that's probably pretty important. I should do the evolving one too, but meh. Okay. Oh, okay. So that was so Togemon and Vmon stuff I have to do now. Okay. All right. Gmail, head to Logic Volcano. I mean, sounds logical. Oh my God, leave me alone. That was odd. So yeah, I'm willing to record more PS3 and PS2 stuff. Oh, and the reason that affects PS2 as well is that the way I would always record PS2 things was I would use my my old backwards compatible PS3. So that's why it affects that as well. I could probably emulate PS2 games now. The only issue is that I would lose all save data and files that I already have. So I'd like to avoid that. You there? Yes, you. I'm over here. I'm in an iPlanes cave interest, something like that. I have an urgent request. Seriously, what do you mean? It sounds shady. It's totally not shady. From the most beautiful tamer ever. Rena is the best. I really want like her full game. Like I want a full game of Rena with redigitized decode, but it's still a little ways off. All right, we don't have that much time left in the day. I'm really worried these two aren't gonna digivolve properly, and it's like I can't see any more of their histories. I don't know what to look for. Like, you need to get his weight up. I mean, I could theoretically do that. His HP probably needs to go up too. And then stamina, 100 plus. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't have to worry too much. At the very least, I can get Tyrannomon. So now I'm just waiting it out. Okay, what about you? I don't have the key points for Yokomon. I don't think I have the key points for Togemon either. How do they do this? I forget which direction it goes. I think it prioritizes up first, and then it goes down slowly. I don't remember. It's hard to know with Gatsumon. I thought it was the other way, where it goes if you meet the requirements for this, or like if you meet the requirements for Tyrannomon and Nanimon, it'll prioritize Tyrannomon because he's higher up the list. But then that doesn't make sense here because Togemon is so low down the list. Also, it looks like Togemon has balls in that sprite. That's very awkward. And also, Stingmon's very high stats, so I assume Togemon is too. I need more info. I can't, like, even the Vegemon stuff. I think I'll probably be able to digivolve. I'm not that worried anymore.
Are you ready?
Because I think the requirements for, like, Vegemon are really low. Alright. Let's see what to train then. Speed, I guess? I guess I should do speed and strength, since those are the big ones. Okay. So Rex is pretty well-rounded, whereas Gatsumon is a little bit more defense-based. Alright, can you guys go to sleep?
Okay,
Like, it would be really great if by the end of the second episode I could have some sleeping Digimon. Because I don't remember how long they're supposed to last as rookies. I thought it was only like a day. And yet, they're still here. Alright. I guess I've got this too. Not very similar to round tofu. Why not? Or let's give
Here you go.
you that. And then do meat to both of them.
You hungry?
Okay. Let's try and the thing I always forget about the training is I always have to like exit and re-enter just to see if I can get some more Digivolution info. Bonds. Ooh, there we go. We got a lot of stuff. I love that I completely forgot that Numon had that. It's something that's much easier to do now before the city expands. Once the city expands, it's harder to find him. Or not, it's harder to find him, it's just like he's slightly out of the way. Okay, so I've met the requirements for Yokomon. Assuming I don't get any more training failures. I haven't met it for Togemon. Although the HP isn't that crazy for Togemon. Let me try and add on to that. Okay, so her HP should be boosted anyway. Alright. Okay, that's pretty close actually. Let's go with MP, and then let's go with Strength for him. So now I should meet Togemon's requirement for HP. I don't know any other requirements to go look for. Oh, here we go. Maybe I didn't want Togemon actually, because Togemon might be harder to get an ultimate for. I mean, I'll take it. For your first generation Digimon, off-brand or off-color Digimon is probably more likely. I mean, it's pretty much how the game is like designed. Hey, look at him. Such a happy boy. Was not who I was expecting. Okay, let's look at your stats. Partner. You are... Okay, so I have no info on their Digivolutions, which is going to be rough. 450, 467, 184, 289. Okay, so your stats didn't go up that much. Which is concerning. Not concerning, but like, I guess par for the course. I don't really have skills from them either. Alright, we'll see how far I can get with these two. I'm gonna do my best with them. Also, they had to poop and now they don't. Okay, I guess we can go get Guilmon? No, not Guilmon. Vmon? I can't remember where Logic Volcano is. I don't really remember how the map works. I know if we go near Rena and we keep going that way, that leads to like the dark ocean area. That's where Pyeongimon is and stuff like that. Conductor, or you can't go past the power stuff, so I know it's not there. Therefore, by process of elimination, I think that they're probably over here. What was I gonna say? Come on, brain, we can do this. The Logic Volcano would have to be through the desert. Oh, that's right. I think because there's that desert path leads somewhere, and then you can go deeper into the desert too. There's a couple different places you can go from there. I don't remember if I can like look at it. I do have a map. What's yellow again? Or what's the star again? Oh, stars are ingredient points, I think. Okay. So this also tells me if there's any Digimon that are just like, hey, help me. The Blockhead Togemon, even though my special move is so cool and strong, I'll never go back there. What is it? Are you human? What are you doing in a place like this? Oh, this is your first time here? So yeah, I know there's one that leads to that winding path, but I felt like that you had to be higher level to go there. I mean, thanks, Vmon. Okay, so it's towards the oasis. Let's go to Logic Volcano. Alright, let's try fighting Gatsumon. I need new techniques. Oh, that works. I don't know if those are just like basic techniques they're using. Alright, we got a bandage. I don't know why I got someone at a bandage, but okay. Yes, you both did wonderfully. Very impressed. Okay, Metal Tyrannomon's info, nice. And Dalmon, which is knockoff Talmon. Alright, I'm gonna look for the... because I think this is the only place, or one of the easier places to get oil early on. Not that I can use any of this yet, but it's just helpful to gather it as I go. Okay, well I guess these moves aren't that bad. Although it looks like Tyrannomon could use higher stamina. Because Gatsumon did some damage to him. So I need to be careful of that. Do I even have healing items? I have a couple, I think.
Over here.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted a map. There we go. Okay, I think I need to hang it right. I'm gonna look for the server racks. There they are. Alright. I don't know why, and I've mentioned this before, and someone can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Why is the desert area, except for like maybe Mario, when in RPG specifically, or like adventure games, why is the desert area like the second area you go to? I feel like you always start in like a sewer or like a forest or like just a general like happy area, and the second area is always a desert. And this is just for most games. I don't know why. I've yet to crack the code on this one. Okay. Digimon, where did you go? Digimon learned a new move, but it still has lots of flaws. It's incomplete. It lacks something. When Digimon gets stronger, so I said that move lacks something, you know? Then that Mon just got mad and ran off. It must have been too harsh. Digimon's getting stronger, but I'm still a child. I'm worried. Should I go look for him? Okay, it's up to you. Please bring him back. I think you need to talk to Togemon, then talk to Bimon. Also, shout out to the village that's here, but currently blocked off, I guess. We're just not going to acknowledge that.
Okay now.
Because, like, past this village, or past this little oasis, there's definitely a village that you have to go to later, but how did they get into there normally? Rex, I know for a fact you like this item. Don't do this to me. Don't make me scold you. Okay, I got Dalmon's weight, which is something, I guess. I can't tell if those are wild. Brief respite in the concrete jungle. How refreshing. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. So, why are these level 7 Garamon more tough than like the level 6 Numemon? I'm trying to figure out how strong my Digimon are, and I can't really get a good judge. Alright, we got a special. Here we go. Did I do it wrong? I did. I used the wrong technique. Shit! Ooh. Did I do that right? I don't remember how to use items in battle. No. Oh, he sounds horrible. I don't want you to be injured. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't really have a good source of items. I need to be careful here. Here's that bandage we stole from a Gatsumon. I might need to buy recovery discs. Oh, I can get Metal Greymon Blue too. That's pretty cool. It seems odd that he has such low HP. It doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like his stamina should be higher, so he shouldn't be getting hit that much at all. Okay. Hoo-wee, it's nice and cool here. I feel like a new Mon. Alright, thanks for the update. Appreciate it. Woohoo, look at this water. Come take a load off. Forget all your troubles. I mean, I would, but I keep getting assaulted in here. Ooh, an orange banana. It's a pretty good item. So I guess my bonds are a little high, which is good, because it means I can get the special attacks sooner. Not yet. This is what I was trying to do. I can't tell. I don't think it's a good thumbnail. Red on red doesn't work. It is cool, because I forgot about this. It's cool that, like, now that I'm a little higher, leveled, or the Digimon are a little bit, like, I've had them longer. It's easier to get that special attack. For me, it was impossible when I first played this, but now that I, like, know how the game works a little easier. I don't know if training is, like, the best thing to invest in. I think so, because it'll make things easy. It'll make it easier to get stronger Digimon later, but I'm still unsure about it. All right, we'll probably grab Vmon, because I'm not strong enough to go to Logic Volcano yet. We'll probably grab Vmon and then Togemon, and then we'll progress from there. I do want to fight things along the way, just to A, hopefully learn new techniques, or B, just like get some experience in there. Okay, well, that was a badly timed one. There we go. Tyrannomon's eyes when he attacks make me, like, mildly terrified. Okay, so it looks like I get better stats when I fight the Garamon, because I know your stat gain is also affected by how strong Digimon you're going against are. So Gotsumon doesn't really seem to be worth it, but I don't know if they know any, like, new techniques either. Like, I don't know if, like, the Digimon I'm fighting know more than one move, or if they only know, like the basic one. The other thing I'm not sure about is I learned what's it called? I learned, like, a filth move from a Numemon. So now I'm curious if I can actually, like, learn moves even if I'm not, like, the type that needs to be to learn it. And if that's the case, I should probably invest in the Tamer skill to learn new moves. Ooh. Look at that knockoff Foxfire. Both of them are injured? Damn. How did that happen?
Over here.
Okay, it said one of them is seriously injured. I think it's... So not Rex is seriously injured. Luckily, I just got medicine. And then you... I guess it's for ending the battle with low health. I definitely need to buy some recovery discs. And definitely need to increase their stamina. They could be doing better. I now have no more recovery discs. So I need to be careful. Help me. Okay. Where the fuck is Vmon? I can't get my bearings here. Okay, so just straight ahead. Yeah, I'm getting, like, a little bit knocked around here. I don't have an autopilot either. I don't know if Tentomon already stocks those and I just didn't buy any, or... Well, I actually don't even think I looked at their store. Maybe we'll get Vmon and then I'll run back. Alright, that blockhead Togemon. Make up, won't you? Well, what can you do? Togemon says you can come back. Togemon said that? What if you want to get stronger? Oh, man. Alright. Your training isn't complete. You're ready. If you need a training partner, I'll fight with you. Okay, let's hope he doesn't destroy me. Alright.
You're doing it.
That did not do a lot of damage. And that can... Oh, okay. So, is Tyrannomon just weaker than Yokomon? I don't really have a good reason here. Aw, that's disappointing. Got a good amount of money, though. Yeah, just this thing. I guess the move really ain't quite ready after all. Thanks to you, I got a hint of how to fix it. Thanks. Thanks, yo. You and I were real buds, yeah? Going back to the city and train some more. Tell Togemon, will ya? Thanks, bud. Alright, we got Vmon. Now get the fuck out of here. Normally I'd run back to Togemon, but we're kind of hurting a little bit here. I think I will get, you know what, actually, you know what's a weird thing too, that I'm so used to now? It's kind of odd to me that there's no, like, really high-level Digimon, like, wandering, I guess there is, actually. I know you got Hugamon up there, or Fugamon, I think, and then you have that giant Numon over there. But I just think it's odd, because usually when you've got, like, I don't know if this is just, like, a new development or something I've noticed lately, but why does only he have to use the bathroom? That's odd to me, too. But I feel like usually in games like this, or just like RPGs in general, when you have that like first opening area, it's like a common trend now to put like a super high level Digimon there, or not Digimon, but a high level like enemy that you can only fight once you come back to. Which I guess I kind of answered my own question, and they do have that sort of. But it's not like usually it like roams around or something. Like think like Final Fantasy 12 with like the giant dinosaur. Alright, I'm gonna catch a fish this time. I'm gonna say, why do they give me a fishing rod if I can't catch any fish? Okay. I hope he has autopilots. Autopilots would make this game immensely easier. I know Redigitize gave you some autopilots to start, and I'm wondering if he stocks them. I also don't remember who else I have to recruit to like expand the shop. I don't remember off the top of my head. Also, I just remembered I can just sell this shit or store it. I should store it because I forget which of these like random fruits I need for recruitment. I think I need scratchy grass for something. I don't remember what.
Got a second?
You're back. I have good news. Vmon came back. We have a builder now who can upgrade the town's buildings. I mean, yes and no. We do have a builder, but we can't upgrade the town yet. I forget what triggers, or around what prosperity we start getting, or we get the city expanded. I would like to store this roly fruit, scratchy grass, lemon, cheerful apple, all this good shit. And then I need to buy a lot of shit. And then I would like to sell some things. We're not 100% open. What do you mean we're not 100% open? Man, I have like no bits. 750 of these bits came from Vmon. How the fuck did I have no bits? Okay, they do have autopilots, but they're expensive. I'd like to buy these to be safe at the moment. And then I guess I'll buy autopilots. I'll buy 2. Okay. I mean, there's nothing else I can use my bits on at the moment, so. Alright. Well, that seems like a good point to leave off. We got champions now. We got a few Digimon progressing slowly. Talked about some good shit. I gotta be honest, I'm excited. I forgot how much I like really was into this game. I'm looking forward to playing more of it. Like, it's just a lot of fun. So, thank you guys, and I hope to see you all soon. And if not, you know, we'll figure it out from there. Thank you guys, and have a good one. Hey guys, just want to take a quick sec to thank all of my supporters, Patreon, and YouTube now for the month of February, which I said last month, but was incorrect. So this is all from people who supported me during February. I don't have it on my phone, so please watch this white glow on my face as I read it off the thing. Thank you to ErtRev for the $1. Thank you for Norm P and Sean for the $1. Carlos and Luisa for the $2. Azure for the $3. Happy and Maz, he puts his real name, and I always have to correct it in my head to Maz, for the $5. Connor Sauverwald and Cyriac, thank you again for the $10. And John Barnett, thank you for the 15, the man, the myth, the legend. And Michael Smith, I want to give a big thank you for also doing $15 this month. You guys are awesome. Thank you. On top of that, I want to thank Luisa again. I want to thank ENIAC, and I want to thank Maz for all becoming YouTube sponsors. It's something I just enabled last month. I haven't really talked about it because I I didn't want to add something on top of the Patreon thing. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick second to talk about it here. So YouTube rolled out this program that's kind of like being a Twitch sub, but it's a YouTube sponsor. And what it is, it's $5 a month. I don't control it. YouTube sets that price. I get about $3.50 of it. But on top of that, you guys get access to emotes during my streams. I get more emotes depending on how many sponsors I have. You also get a little badge next to your name. After having it for one, or when you first sign up, you get a little Koromon next to your name and getting your new. After a month, it turns into an Agumon. Then after 2 months, it turns into a Greymon. And then after, I think it's 6 months, it turns into a Metal Greymon. After a year, it's a War Greymon. And after 2 whole years, you get an Omnimon next to your name. I don't know if anyone will go that long, but the option's there. I set it up that way. So it's another cool little thing, another way you want to support me if you don't want to go through Patreon. And that just gets rolled into the rest of my YouTube stuff. So yeah, it's a cool little thing. So thank you guys again. Just a reminder, if you're a YouTube sponsor, you get the same benefits as a Patreon sub, which is access to a special role in Discord. All you gotta do is link your YouTube on Discord. That one's actually even easier. And you'll get access to a special role. You'll be called a sponsor. You'll show up on the list on the right, and you can get access to the videos early. You'll get access to great videos, such as the end. That's right, I said it. The end of Digimon World Redigitized Season 2. I actually just finished it literally 5 minutes ago. So that's all done. You also get access to a bunch of weird videos like Call of Duty 4, Enter the Gungeons, Psychonauts, Bloons Tower Defense 5, and most of my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5. There's, I think, 16 videos total, and I think I've only released 3 so far, so if you're into that, which I had so much fucking fun playing, then yeah, there's plenty of good stuff for you. I'm going to wrap it up because I want to try and keep these a little shorter. So thank you guys all again. If you guys, if anyone wants to sign up, Patreon link in the description. You can hit that join button on YouTube. Yeah, thank you guys. Again, I really, really appreciate your support. I talked about it in Digimon Part 13, I think, but I was really, really, really oppressively broke these last couple weeks while I was like starting to work full time. And I had some bills that were like piling up, and the Patreon money came through on the 5th, like it does every month, and it like I literally just barely made my excise tax payment because I had the Patreon payment. I had no other way to pay for it except for Patreon. So genuinely, if it seems like I'm being fake, which I don't think it does, it is a genuine, really big help. So anything from even like as low as $1 a month on Patreon, as long as it's from like a bunch of different people, I appreciate it. You guys are all amazing. I love you guys. Are the reason I love doing this, and it's not because of the money. It's just because of the like raw support. So thank you guys, and I will see you next month.